State ready to kick it off to get things underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia Southern's offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Lee. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bryant. He's got him. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Rides to back and leaves it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Got it looking for a 1st. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will get the ball for the 1st time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cobb. He's loose. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his man. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the run, it's McGee.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. It's a draw. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On the move, it's Lee. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Bryant. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. He slides that just inside the right upright, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A quick pass to the left. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the right. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Fakes to grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Back to pass on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Wildcats! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Pocket breaking down.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
Touchdown, Kansas State! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Catch in the middle, it's Fox. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. Know it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ware. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Speeding down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They go to the ground. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. It's Fox. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Give to the fullback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have to run it.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter.
Number 99, set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Finds his man in the middle. There he goes! Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw for it. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They'll run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Zings it complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now the play fake. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Wilson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want the lead. Touchdown, Eagles! They move on top here in the fourth. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
Georgia Southern, 31, Kansas City, 24.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Fields. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wilson on the carry. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Applewhite. With the catch, it's Taylor. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Now on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this this defense on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Looking to throw on third and goal. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! Extra point here will tie the game. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The give to the single back. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the big fullback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped them for a big loss.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, Dave. The free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Finds his man, it's Paul.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they go back on top. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. They'll try the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably...
He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games,